The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Now they can hear you.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you guys had a great view of me. Now that you can hear me, let's give this a try. But we're going to back up, I'm sorry to say. Uh, that was fun. I get to rehearse that intro a couple times now. All right, let's see here. Let's just go ahead and hit the disclaimer real quick, uh, since that's always the fun part of things, and we'll start again. This demonstration is designed to instruct you on using MetaStock and accompanying software, plugins, and is not a recommendation to buy or sell, but rather guidelines to interpreting and using the specific indicators and features within the software. The information, software, and techniques presented today should only be used by investors who are aware of the risk inherent in trading. MetaStock and its employees shall have no liability for any investment decisions based on the use of their software, any trading strategies, or any information provided in connection with the company. MetaStock and its employees do not endorse the purchase of any security, nor is it paid for the promotion of any security. No information contained in this presentation should be construed as investment advice or a solicitation to buy any security. Well, that definitely, I got through it a little bit better the second time. Uh, I love reading that. Okay, so let's talk about me again. I've talked about me about 3 times now, so this will be a good warmer. I've been with MetaStock for 18 years. I actually started looking at investment and trading before coming to MetaStock, and then managed to get a job here at MetaStock in the support department. I worked in the support for 16 years, and I've been in the sales department for 2 years. I've done a couple of webinars, and this is the one I am most excited about. This is all my contact information. I'll show it again at the end, but definitely feel free to email me, al.lakey@metastock.com. I always talk about, if you know the Paul Simon song, just call me Al, if I can remember who I am. MetaStock 19. Oh, it is such a big update for MetaStock. It is the biggest update that I've seen the entire time I've worked here. We have finally gotten ourselves moving forward away from some of the old container that we've had, and moving into some really more flexible use of MetaStock. We have new and improved charting workflows, new and improved layout workflows, new theme support, new container for a modern look and feel, new charting styles, new drawing tools, and new trading systems. Definitely something that we all can appreciate, especially when we're looking at our charts. Theme support. So I'm going to go through these slides quite a bit for now, and then if you have any questions, please ask them. And let me get the chat open here because it looks like I have it open. And we will, excuse me. Okay, so if you have any questions, make sure you ask. I can see them in the webinar chat, and we'll get them if you put them in the YouTube chat. So the theme support, we can have a light or dark theme. The light theme is most like what we always had before, but now the entire MetaStock window can be a dark theme. And you can change it very quickly through the theme tab. You can see here at the top that I'm pointing at, there's the theme tab. And you can change from light or dark. It does require a restart of MetaStock. We can look at that when I go back over to the MetaStock program. Charting workflows. We've always had a cascade, tile, column, stack options to show your charts. Now we have tabs, and you can see where the cursor is moving on this demonstration. The tabs, how you can have different tabs that you can switch from one chart to another by clicking on the different tabs. So this works more like another browser. You can actually pin charts. You can drop to access all charts. You can drag and drop ability from one to move the tabs around. Float charts outside of the container, so you can actually float a chart and move it to a different monitor if you want to see it outside of the MetaStock window. Horizontal and vertical groups. This is going to be interesting. I can't wait to show that. And then we have the 6 classic views that we discussed, and icons to identify the type of chart that you're looking at. I'm not going to probably talk about that, but definitely you can identify the chart by the little, you can see the little icon here next to the name of the chart. That'll tell you if it's a smart chart, a saved chart, or a layout, part of a layout. Layouts can function as independent windows. So that's another easy way to put charts on other monitors. Improved multi-monitor support. Again, better ways to move your charts onto different monitors. Simple process of creating and saving layouts. It follows some of the same techniques that we've used before, but now they're more independent of the MetaStock window. Create and save multi-chart views. Create and save multi-time frame views. So a layout essentially is, it can be one chart, but it's typically 2 or more charts in one view. And sometimes you're going to have the same symbol with different time frame, or you're going to have different charts and different templates or different views for the same symbol. Easy navigation of the main window and layout windows. You'll see here that this is showing you the main window, and it's changing to another layout by simply clicking this down arrow. I'll show you where that's at, and going to another layout, either one that's already open, or you can see a list of those that have been opened. And in this case, they're the same, but you can have your list of most recently used layouts or charts. And that's where you have the quick selection for moving to different charts and layouts. Also, don't forget that if you close MetaStock with certain layouts or charts open, it will relaunch. You can set it to relaunch with all of those same layouts in our Restore workspace. This little demonstration on the screen now is showing you how MetaStock was open with some charts, and it's reopened with those same charts coming up. An easier way to search through indicators, this is really a great option. When we had our indicator quick list that you could scroll through and find them, but now you can type in at the top the name of whatever indicator you're looking for, and your quick list will show you all of the indicators that have whatever you're typing in the name. So you can see this in the little demonstration, typing in MACD or stochastic, and only those indicators with those letters that you've typed in will show up for you to select and put on your chart. Much, much better. When you're creating your own indicators, you can now look in the window and it will show you the line numbers of your formulas and the different lines. A different line is separated by a semicolon for those of you who write formulas. So every time you have a line and you put a semicolon in and drop to another line, that is the next line. But if you have an error in your indicator formula, it will tell you which line your indicator error is, and that makes it much easier to find the errors as well as identify parts of your formula. It really is a nice update to the indicator editor. The toolbars, this is something that's really nice. Everybody's monitor and window settings are different and unique, as well as our own ability to how we can see things on our screen. Your toolbars can now, you can see the changes that are taking place in this little demonstration going on here, that the toolbars buttons are becoming larger so you can see them better. So if you want the smaller icons or the larger icons, you can change those in this customization tab. You can see where you can check it, whether it's a large icon or whether it's large icons in the menu and all those things. And so now you can more easily see what you're looking at with your MetaStock buttons and your menus. Nice update there. Expert advisor search, similar to what we were talking about with the indicators. Now you can type in the name of whatever it is that you're looking for, and it'll search through the all of the experts to show you just those that have those letters that you've typed inside of the name. Big update there. The commentary, you're gonna really love this with the commentary. So the commentary can now be docked to the side as it has always been traditionally, or float. You can also get it to hide. Do you see here in the demonstration where it's showing the commentary window? It has a little tab on the side. So it'll be docked. You'll see they're docking it. Now it's on the side. And now you can also make it bigger, smaller while it's there. But now you can also auto hide to where you see it. You have a tab that you can click on to expand it to see it, and it will retract and hide when you're not viewing it. Definitely a much better use of space within MetaStock. Excuse me a moment. So definitely a much better use of the space you have within your MetaStock window and on your layouts and charts. The data window, same thing. You can have it docked and then on the sides, and you can have it auto hide, just like you could with the commentary. You'll see that that's what takes place here as the demonstration works through the different steps. You see the window, now it's auto hide. Now you see the tabs for both the commentary and data window on the side. Great use of space, takes things and makes them so much easier to use and see more of your chart when you want to, or see a little more data when you want to see the data. Quote Center and Option Scope, they have new themes, new ways to see the options so that you can more easily look at all the options for the way that you can see the different symbols in the option scope as well as in the Quote Center. Really, you know, it flies out, what they call a fly out, where it's kind of hidden on the side. Now watch, you'll click that and then all the options are over here on the side. Here's where all the settings are. You can easily access them and then have them retract when we're not looking at them. The Power Console, a lot has been done to make it more readable, as well as when we expand our list or contract our list, the arrows are more pronounced. The buttons have been updated. All of the buttons everywhere in MetaStock have been updated to make them stand out better and make them more easier to read as you're looking through your different options and everything that you're doing. The custom toolbar is something that people don't take a big enough advantage of within MetaStock. The custom toolbar typically sits, it is always set along the bottom. It comes with some template buttons that you can click on to automatically apply templates. Now, these easily can be changed to do a multitude of things. They can apply templates of your own design. You can customize this. You can take off what's there, make it the templates that you use. You can also call other programs or web pages directly from within MetaStock by using the custom toolbar. Definitely a big feature that is probably not used enough in MetaStock to help you with navigating your web browser, as well as your broker site and other things. You could use this custom toolbar. So the open window dialog, you'll see that. So if you're noticing here, there are several charts open. We have several tabs along the top. We'll look at this briefly when I switch back over to MetaStock. And the open dialog, you actually can preview the charts and scroll down through the list and preview the charts that are there. And then when you click on one, that'll come to the front. Really a nice tab. You can control tab or use the window for that. Both ways you can get there. Other improvements. I'm not going to read through this list. There's just so many improvements with MetaStock 19. We could easily, excuse me, spend a couple of hours with that. Just going through each individual item. I know that when we talked about it in our training, it took us 5 one-hour sessions in our sales meeting to go through all of these updates and changes. Volume by price, very high desirable function. Your volume by price can appear as you see it on the side here, either side, right or left, and shows you the volume at different price ranges. So you can use it to see buying interest at certain prices. You'll see where a certain price is, the bar is longer, whether it's green or red. It's telling you that more sales and more transactions have been taking place at that particular price level. So it shows the volume at specific levels, negative and positive with the green and red, and it's calculated from the close to close relationship. So if it closes down from the previous close, then that volume is considered negative volume. If it's closing up from close to close, then that volume is considered positive volume. Now, I want you to notice the transparency here compared to the first picture. Don't forget that you can change your transparency so that it looks a little clearer to see it through it. But you'll see that the green is the positive volume, the red is the negative volume, just as we discussed for the different, at the different levels. And if you hover over it, it'll tell you the price range and the total price, the total positive volume and total negative volume. So once again, more to show you about the volume by price. Range bars. So range bars are when a stock closes at a higher level or lower level, then it will create a new bar compared to over time. So time doesn't matter in this, and you can have different settings for ATR or the number of points. So if a stock is trading flat, that a new bar won't be created until it finally moves. And so range bars is something that's been in high demand, and we now have them. It also includes candles. And these are to show you the settings. This is the same symbol. One's using the ATR to decide whether or not to create a new bar, and the other one is using a specific point system. Global cursor, this is really nice. So the crosshairs, you can turn this on or off. And when you have the crosshairs on your chart and you're looking at them, they can be displayed across all charts or just the one chart you're looking at. Really makes it good for multiple time frames. It doesn't matter whether it's the same chart or not, or the same exact symbol or not. You know, knowing where the same date is on all your charts that you're looking at the same time while you're looking at multiple charts is nice to help line up different price action. And when it's the same chart, if you're looking at multiple time frames, you can point to what you think are support and resistance, let's say, and then it will show that same line across all of your charts. Really a nice feature to have. You'll see in this picture how this cursor is being moved. The crosshairs are being moved, and you'll see that there's crosshairs on all of these charts, and it's changing the value in the level, the point level, as well as the date as it changes dates. Watermark. So now if you're not sure what the symbol is, you can turn on the watermark feature. So your chart will have the watermark on the chart. In other words, the symbol will be displayed on the chart as a watermark, as here you can see of Tesla. Other chart, something else that really has been a big, we had it and somehow we lost it with 18, but now it's back in full strength. Learn as you go. You can take and move your chart forward one bar at a time with the control arrow key. So now you can move the chart forward and backwards. Many other features that are really helpful for using your charts a little bit better. Some new drawing tools. We had these to some degree in previous versions, but they're more easily used, where you can, for instance, put the percent change or point change between two data points by just simply drawing a line. That is one of the features, and you can see it here being displayed in the lower right, where it's showing the percent change between 2 points. You can also show the number of periods between those points. Let's see, not alpha omega, but Elliott wave drawing tools. These are something that really are good for those that like Elliott wave. We have several different drawing tools that you can draw on your chart. As you're drawing it, it will add the letters to where you pick your points on the chart. Very good help for drawing Elliott wave type of waves on your chart. The RMO, this has been very popular. It was first introduced when I started, actually, with the Rahul Mohinder oscillator. We have taken and grouped the names so that when traditionally all the names of the explorations were named in such a way they weren't grouped together. Now they are. Now, if you do an upgrade and import your explorations or excuse me, migrate over your explorations from other versions, you'll have both sets in your system. But this, you can see how these are all named starting with RMO. And there's some great RMO training on our website and the YouTube channel that really covers the RMO well. And you're going to see some updates to that in the future. So we have 5 new RMO templates. We had only one RMO template in the past. These concentrate more on the bull and bear pulses, as well as there's a pro mode to show you everything, and some different shading, give you some different options. And I think these really helps the RMO stand out in the signals it's giving you. This is the shaded. This is similar to what you've had before. It looks a little bit different, a little bit better, because the new chart is so much better in the way that it can distinctly draw these. But now we have a pulse where you can see when something is in a zone from these, and it is not an oscillator where it's floating up and down. This is specifically says, hey, you're above zero, you're not above zero for that particular oscillator. The bear pulse, the exact opposite of the bull pulse, and the combination of the two. And then our pro mode, which works to combine all of those in a little bit different view on the chart, as you see here. There's a gap identification expert and exploration to help you identify gaps when gaps occur on the charts. The JBXC expansion contraction. This is the indicator you see at the bottom. Actually, it's more than one. This is the template that comes with the MetaStock, and you'll see that excuse me. Let me skip ahead because I think there was more here for that. Maybe not. Okay. I know there's more information about JBXC, but this is the template that comes with it. You have the Williams, the JBXC expansion contraction, as well as some trend lines. We'll come back to that and I'll talk more a little bit more about those. But this is the new JBXC expansion contraction. ETS 2.1 was added in as a free now with MetaStock. Very popular system that people love. It's a trending system. Here is one of the templates from it. So in the trend watch, some information about it. There is some great training on our YouTube channel on the ETS system. If you want to learn more, I suggest you look at that. The Ichimoku Master, Ichimoku has been around that kind of trading system for a long time. Ichimoku Sanji, I believe this is it means what a man in the mountain sees. And that's what it's meant to do, is give you an overview, a big overview of what a particular symbol is doing. Don't have time in here. Again, there is a great webinar on our MetaStock YouTube channel that talks about this and how to trade it. and the Ichimoku Master, it ties it all together. Like I can't say enough about that webinar, as it is perfect. And it takes an hour for that to go through it in there. Oh, here's the template. Here's, we're going to get some more information about JBXE. I knew it was in this. So this is the MAC channel, which he's talking about. This is for the high and low. And then this is the channel that is created. That's part of the chart, the Williams percent R, as well as the expansion contraction indicator. Now the help system talks about this. There's also a couple of videos on it currently on our YouTube channel. So we've covered a lot. Now I want to demonstrate a little bit more about MetaStock and just do some free form talking about MetaStock. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So there's my MetaStock window. And we can see here's the themes that we talked about. We click on the theme menu, and here's the different themes. The light and dark. Now, if I change this, it would actually require a restart of MetaStock. Let's see here. Now I've lost where that's at. The buttons, here we go. Let's write and customize on our buttons. And we can see here under the options, we can change it to large. We'll uncheck that. Oh, I didn't want to take that away. Go back in there. So we'll check the customize or the large icons. You can see it, how they become much bigger. If I click them again, they're smaller. I'm going to leave them large for now so that they definitely are bigger for the demonstration. And we'll close this. So this is where you can see now these buttons are much bigger and much easier to see. So we have our Power Console button. Let's go ahead and open that up. I want to point out that we're working in the main window. You can see the word main in the upper right, excuse me, where it says main. That's our main window, and we're going to be working in that for a moment. I'm just going to open up some charts. Some random charts here. Here we go. Now they're going to open in tab view. You can see the different tabs up here at the top. So we have the Qs, IBM, Microsoft, SPIs. I can go right here, let's see here, and I can switch to another tab. I can also go into the window menu and open let's see, view open windows. You can see here that they're showing in a preview where I can select them. I can also do Control Tab and see that same preview window. Now we also have our traditional tiles. Now there's two different tile options. They work mostly the same, but they will organize them slightly different in the sort order that corresponds to the different tile. We also have our stack and these other modes. Cascade. We have all those different options that used to be there, plus the tab, which is here. So now I want to create a layout. So I'm going to go, oh, let's see, first, before I do that, let me show you this. So now I can right click on any one of these charts and say to float. So now you don't see it for a moment. And now here it is. Here's the SPY. You can see I can dock it again with these different buttons here, but also move it to another monitor. Now you don't see it because I've actually put it on another monitor. And I can also bring it back. So now it is not part of that window. I can bring it back in as well and drop it back into the group. So it can float to different monitors. Now layout automatically is in its own window. Go to File, New Layout. And now we have a layout. I can make this bigger as I need to. I can move it to another monitor. As you can see, it's no longer on the main monitor. I can click, if I click the Power Console button, you also see that it's carrying its own system or own set of settings because you don't see the large icons. So I can change those to large icons. Now let's add some more charts to this. Let me see if I can think of some different charts. Let's see, one more. I need one more. There we go. So we've got 4 charts here that'll open into this. They'll start in tab mode. So one thing that we can do is we can really control this. I'm going to make this maximized. I can take and actually, I can float them. I can also start a new horizontal tab group. And you can see this chart, the .dji, moves down here to the bottom. I could even take and make, so now I have more windows. Let's see, that floated, sorry. I want to dock it over here. So now I have, uh-oh, doesn't like my DJI, let's change that. So you can see that I have now 4 windows. I've actually have 4 windows now on this group. They're separated. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we'll get this docked over here. So now I can actually take and make these different sizes on here. And these are actually 4 tiled windows basically. But I can now add charts onto this and tab these, have these in tab view within these. Let's add IBM. Oh. Okay. Let me see. I need to. But you can see how I can tab these. I tried to practice this before I came on. Definitely not working as good as I wanted. But you can tab these, and now you can have different tabs across all of these. Or I can have tabs in every one of these different groups so that it is expanded out. Quite extensive things that you can do with the MetaStock window. You also now see it says layout 3 up here on my upper right. If I click here, I can switch back and forth between my main window and this layout window that I have. So you'll see that it's a layout 3 and this is the main window. I can easily switch between these with this button up here from one layout to another. And if I have multiple layouts, you can see how that would be much easier to do. Let's look at something else here. Let's right click and apply a template. And JPXC, expansion contraction. apply it. So you can see it opens a new chart next to it. And here we have the JBXC. If I want to learn more about this, I can go to MetaStock Help, JBXC, and here's the interpretation. And this will tell you all about it. Tell you all about the chart and what it can and what's on the chart. And it talks more about the specific indicator, the JBXC indicator. It doesn't talk about the template. It talks about the indicator and what it tells you with this particular indicator. Let's look at the new RMO templates. These are really nice. I like those. So we have these different RMOs. We have the bear. Let's do the bear bull and bear pulse. So every time we have a bearish, or excuse me, a bullish buy arrow, you'll see this little spike up. Whenever we have blue bars, so down here, let's do the crosshairs. We have blue bars. There we go. We have that's in the up here. When the ribbon is green, we have this binary or single output of 1 or 0. And so we don't have to guess whether which phase we're in. If we look at the pro, it has combined them into one view. So we can see our buy and sell arrows, as well as our bullish and bearish, whether our bars are green or red. And it really gives us one clear look. So here you can see, so one thing you can notice here is that, so my ribbon down here is green, my bars went red, so there's no green or red fill, because they're contradicting each other. They're not complementing each other. So we can see this all in one view, which is different than the traditional view. So now I think what I want to do is create a layout. Let's take this particular chart, or let's create a layout with multiple time frames. So I'm going to make a new layout. And we're going to open a single chart of, let's do the SPY. And we're going to I'm going to set the template to the RMO. And we're going to pick the RMO Pro. We're going to open this chart as a daily chart. And it will come up in tab mode. Now I'm going to duplicate this chart. I can go to Window, New Window, and I'll make a copy. I'm going to do that 2 more times to give me a total of 4 charts. So now I have 4 charts of the RMO. Now let's do this. We're going to tile these charts. And I'm going to make this one a 5-minute chart. I'm going to make this one a 30-minute chart. And this one I'm going to make an hourly chart. Actually, let's do this. I want to make this a weekly chart. So now you can see my cursor. I've got it set to multiple cursors. So now when I'm pointing at one of these charts, whatever the date is or the price level goes across all of those charts. They'll even show in the indicators. But they'll see how that is so nice, how I can pick out my support and resistance lines. I can pick out something here. I'm just randomly grabbing some point. Let's see, where are we at? So we can see that we need it up here. So on our daily, oh, I like this one here. So let's just say that's our support and resistance. We can see it on our 30-minute chart. We can't see it on the lower time frame, 5-minute chart. We can see it on all of the other charts. So what we think might be our same point across all of those points. On the weekly and daily, we can see the same date picked out. We're not able to view that on the other one, but see now when I come down here closer, it does show up. So now that same point is being shown on all the charts. Another thing that I think is really neat, so now I could take this particular chart. I'm going to apply a template. Let's pick, let's just go ahead and, well, actually let's pick ETS, trading system. And we're going to use the template's periodicity, and we're going to also replace that chart. Now let's see, let's tile these again. Oh, I didn't. Now we see our ETS system. I can do the same thing. So I can have different views, and I can see on all the charts where that particular, I can hover over this signal and see where it is on all of the other charts, and see how much well they match up together, the buy and sell signals. Going over here, same thing. On all these ETS symbols or the particular RMO. So these universal crosshairs, I think, is a big upgrade to MetaStock 19, as well as the different layouts, where these layouts can be on different windows, and I can change back and forth between them. I can go to the main window. Really worked hard at upgrading this. Let me go back to my list. You know, let's look at that. Another nice thing that people will see is that if you hover over MetaStock on the taskbar, it's another way you can switch between all the layouts, because I can now switch to layout 3. I can go to the main window. I can switch to layout 4. I can see exactly what's open. If I open up, let's see, if I open up the quote center, let's open up the quote center here, and let's just do let's see. All right, I need to change my list. Give me just a moment. Oh, here's a custom list. Let's see what we've got. Okay, here's 19 symbols. Let's open these up in the quote center. This is not the one. Okay, let's do this. I want to change this. It's not exactly giving me what I want. Oh, I see what I've done. I've checked more than one list. All right, nothing. Okay, there we go. Now I just got one list. Now it'll open up. Okay, there we go. Now I just have the list of 19 symbols. So here's my quote center. And so we can see, like we were talking about, how I can now easily get to the different settings very quickly and change these settings. But I also, when I hover over the MetaStock on the taskbar, I can see the different windows, and I can just quickly switch between them. All right, let's go back for a moment. I want to Oh, the Ichimoku. We should look at that real quick. Just as a quick look. Let me see. What was it I wanted to show here? Oh, the new drawing tools. That's what I need to show. There we go. Let's look at that. All right, the new drawing tools. Let's get a single chart here. So let's look at this. All right, so if we want, our new drawing tools are over here on the left. You can see measure tool by percent, measure tool by points. So let's click that. Let's put this on here. And you'll see when I click on my first point and move the pointer, I don't even have to click it to save it on that spot. But you can see how it's telling me the percent move with whatever I'm pointing to. Really a nice feature. I can change this to also tell me the number of periods. I can also change the font if I don't think it's big enough on here. I can increase the size of the font. Make this the default. So now it's bigger. Now when I draw it, let's see how much bigger it is. It's saving that setting. So now whenever I draw this, I can see it very easily. Oh, let's look at, here's the tools for drawing the omega. So we can see them here, head and shoulders, Elliott wave, ABC. Let's just do that. Let me see, where's a good spot to maybe draw these? So I'm just going to draw them here. And there we go. A, B, C. That's just a quick demonstration of what those drawing tools do. So the drawing tools is alpha omega drawing tools, as well as the percent and number of periods is really good. I don't see any questions coming up. Let's see here. So showing you the drawing tools, the global cursor. Oh, range bars. Let's take a look at those real quick. So you can see these. This is going to be interesting to see what happens with the RMO when I do this. We'll go to range bars. And we're going to use the parameters, just use the average true range. This is on the SPY. So now we're going to be using range bars. So that changes our output for sure on a system. So now you can see our bars, they're actually all the same size from high to low. It's when the chart breaks out of those that it draws a new line. And this is actually using the RMO on range bars. As well as you can see my indicator for the alpha omega also followed that. We can delete that. So now our RMO is based on range bars. It's not based upon your typical, actually it is, excuse me. No, it is based on the range bars. No, it's based on it's doing its calculation on what's in the background. So our range bars though, we can now see them. Let's do this on a clean template. Let's see, let's do this actually. All right, so down here, where's my custom toolbar? Where are you hiding at? There we go. So here's my clean template right here. All I gotta do is click that button. Let's talk about that real quick, the custom toolbar. Custom toolbar properties. So here's the custom toolbar buttons that come with the system. You can see there we have the apply clean template, popular, RMO, trade model, momentum, and those things. what if I want to add a new button? So we're going to make a new button. We're going to make it look like this button here. And we're going to go to the MetaStock YouTube channel. All right. So now we click down here, MetaStock YouTube channel, and it opened up a browser directly to the MetaStock YouTube channel. And while we're on this channel, I'm going to throw out this quick note. If you want to search for something in the MetaStock YouTube channel, if you click this button here, the magnifying glass, you can search through with just in the MetaStock YouTube channel. I'm spelling that wrong. Let's just see what comes up. I definitely spelled it wrong. Let me see. I got to get my cheat. Let's see. Why can't I spell Ichimoku all of a sudden? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy. And this one, mastering the Ichimoku method. Perfect if you want to learn how to master that. So you can see that I can add buttons in MetaStock to take me to different programs, to take me to different web pages. Definitely a big item in MetaStock that may not be used well enough. So this went faster than I thought. I wanted to make sure I kept it short, and that I may have accomplished that easier than I thought. So what we've covered is the new and improved charting workflows, the new and improved layout workflows, the new themes, the light and dark themes, new container and modern look and feel, the new charting styles, the new drawing tools, and new trading systems. If we had concentrated on any one of those in depth, this could have ran 3 to 4 hours in length. So you can see I skipped across them as much as I could just to get all of those listed and show you what they were. When you upgrade, you also get Unleash the Power of MetaStock, which goes through all of these subjects, and it has listing of videos. Lots of good support for helping to learn how to use MetaStock. All these videos are available through our YouTube channel, and you can see them and get more familiar with all these different parts of MetaStock that we've talked about. Again, I'm Lakey. I can't say enough about MetaStock 19. Just the way that it has changed my use of MetaStock. You know, I actually trade with MetaStock, and I used to do more things in the Zenith icon program with having the real-time data, and I have moved a lot of my layouts that I use in there over to MetaStock now, because there's so much more I can do in MetaStock with those layouts and the ways that I can scan things. The JVXC system I'm really liking it. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have training on it on May 10th. That is for those who have purchased it. If you need more information about it, make sure you contact me. Let me know what you need information on, how I can help you. Again, my email address is al.lakey@metastock.com. MetaStock Night Team is just breaking down the walls that we've had. It is surpassing my expectations. It's surpassing our customers' expectations. I have not heard a single negative feedback on it. It is definitely a big improvement to what MetaStock can do for you. Please get a hold of me. My phone number is 801-506-1002. You can reach me on sales chat. Let us know exactly how we can help you with anything to do with MetaStock and anything that you would need. We're definitely here for you. Just remember, if you're not successful, we're not successful. And we are here to help you in making yourself successful. Hey, happy trading. I hope to talk to you soon. Everybody have a great day.